demographics. The strategy worked. Clinique attracted more consumers than ever, and Even Better Clinical continues to be wildly successful. The lesson learned? Respect your history, but also listen to your consumers and be open to new ideas. The next insight I offer is think global, act local. The international experience you gain from Carlson is a big advantage, so run with it. But know that even in a global economy, each market has its own identity and local needs. And so global marketers like the Estee Lauder family of brands, we know can't service the world in a one-size-fits-all approach. Our international experience teaches us how to listen with a careful ear of translators. As a result, we learn what product consumers and beauty advisors love or wish we offered. And we also learn how certain products have global reach, but with clear nuances. I'll give you an example. All over the world, the first beauty product most women use is a moisturizer. In China, we asked Estee Lauder beauty advisors how their facial moisturizer sales were doing. Our Chinese colleagues didn't speak any English to communicate, but they immediately pointed to their eyes. Why? Because facial lines aren't much of a concern, but wrinkles around the eyes are a big concern. So we rearranged our displays, moved our eye creams up front. We also changed the advertising and featured Asian models. Consumers responded because the Estee Lauder brand had met their local market needs, and the sales of the entire moisturizer category soared. The business continues to grow, and the Estee Lauder brand is now #1 prestige beauty brand in its distribution in China. The lesson learned is how small changes can deliver big results when you understand your consumers and you're open to change. Another dimension of think local, act local is to understand the way consumers see your industry and your brand's place in that industry. MAC Cosmetics and its freestanding store in Times Square, New York is a terrific example. Nearly 70% of the store's shoppers are tourists, of which 40% are Brazilians. Brazilian women love cosmetics, especially eye makeup, and for many, MAC is their #1 brand choice. So when Brazilian tourists shop the MAC Times Square store, they're welcomed with an appropriate level of makeup artists who speak Brazilian Portuguese, and certainly lots of eye makeup is sold in Times Square. Everyone benefits. The point is for marketers to understand what's best for their brand on a global and local basis. You can have a basic or even a good understanding of your market, but to really find out what consumers want, you must go to the local marketplace. Listen to consumers and understand the nuances. There's another important consideration as you navigate your career path. Your reputation is critical to your career success. Short-term decisions and a breach of trust can tarnish your reputation. What you want is a gold standard reputation built on your integrity, which is all about being honest with yourself and others. Integrity will serve you well when you have disagreements with colleagues, which is bound to happen as you manage a business. Understand that people will respect your position when they trust you. I've had my fair share of disagreements, and that's okay. When you can rely on your integrity, there's room for disagreement and effective resolution. Your integrity will also be important as you get to know the culture of the company where you work. I've experienced many management changes over the years, but the core culture of the Estee Lauder companies hasn't changed. It's about being close to the consumers, delivering quality products and service. Cultivating a good reputation built on your integrity and understanding how your role supports the company culture will set you up for success. There's one more lesson to leave you with, and that is giving back to yourself and others. Giving back starts with you. And by this I mean give yourself work-life balance. At Carlson, you know all about working hard. What you may not know is that being successful means establishing boundaries. Giving yourself permission for time off is the right thing to do personally and professionally. I get hundreds of work-related emails and text messages every day. So when I'm home at night, maybe about 8 o'clock, I take one last look at my BlackBerry, and yes, I turn it off until the next morning when I'm refreshed and ready to work. It's really important to have things to look forward to that aren't work. This opens an opportunity for you to give back to society. You'll determine what giving back looks like. Perhaps you'll contribute your intellect or energy to the Carlson School. or to a charitable organization as meaningful to you and your family. I can think of no better example than the legacy of Mrs. Evelyn Lauder. In addition to her visionary senior executive role at the Estee Lauder Companies, she was a dedicated mother and grandmother who founded the Breast Cancer Research Foundation to help find a cure. As a result of her tireless efforts, the BCRF has brought global awareness to women's health issues and raised over $370 million for research, saving thousands of lives. Those of you who are already volunteering know the rewards of giving back. And while you may not always be able to measure how much giving back will give to you personally, most people I know just feel great when they help others. I want to thank you again for the honor of being the commencement speaker on this important day, your graduation. And once more, let me say congratulations, class of 2012. You are well qualified to create your own defining moments and make a mark on the world. Never underestimate the difference you can make or the success you can achieve. The career path you follow is up to you. Be fearless and enjoy the journey. Thank you very much.